Hey everyone, Yuka here, bringing you another episode of Flashback. Just 1 week away from the finals, this was make or break time for the remaining 4 teams, so let's get straight into the action. First off, it was Splice versus Fnatic to decide who would claim the final spot in Rotterdam. Last week, Bwipo was able to absorb pressure, but he couldn't escape Xerxes, and Vizicachi had done his homework with a stopwatch ready for the Karth assault.
Cataclysm comes down, Requiem will follow, but Chachi survives thanks to the stopwatch.
The game was back and forth as Fnatic secured the Baron before both teams traded kills. Splice were holding on, but even their late game couldn't match a Sivir comp as Fnatic ignored their opponents and rushed down the Nexus. Splice needed to bounce back in Game 2, but were more than ready to make a statement. Kobbe had found himself ahead through a clever lane swap, and capitalized when he returned bot with a double kill.
Well, Kobbe goes forward, he's already got a kill, got a reset, jumped on Brux's head. That's a double kill for Kobbe, he's 3-0.
However, Fnatic were not done yet, and they managed to pick up multiple kills when Xerxes delivered a Cho'Gath with a Kayle ult into the backline.
To Kobbe, but the damage needs to follow back up. That's 1 for Fnatic, that's 2, that's a death sentence going awry.
Though without Divine Judgment, Fnatic had no answer to Kobbe, who went on a killing frenzy and tied the series. With all things square, both teams were looking to get an advantage for Game 3. Bwipo looked to be in trouble once again, but he had set his trap and obliterated 3 of Splice's members with precise strikes.
Oh! Where did that damage come from? I demand a replay.
Fnatic were in full control, but were perhaps too cocky, as a huge shifting stance by Humanoid allowed Kobbe to grab the ace and defend the base. A couple of minutes later, Fnatic tried their luck again, but Humanoid sent them packing once more with a triple kill. Fnatic figured they couldn't fight Splice, but they could definitely beat the Nexus, and at a third time of asking, Fnatic were finally able to close out the game.
Well then, that's gonna bring it back up. The Nexus is being focused. That's a kill into Reckless. Fnatic have done it.
Game 4 was full of mind games as Fnatic responded to Kobbe's Viger pick by moving Vayne mid and giving Reckless Sivir. The mental warfare continued as Kobbe was on the wrong end of a lane swap this time, giving Fnatic 3 early kills. Bwipo was Xerxes' target once again, but the Belgian secured the solo kill with a fantastic outplay.
To help get a kill to Xerxes, Bwipo survives the onslaught of shadows. He outplays again.
Last year, Fnatic pulled out Vayne mid to reach the playoff finals, and it worked again, as Nemesis went deep to send his team to Rotterdam. Then, it was time to find out who Fnatic would face in Rotterdam and who would go straight to the final as G2 took on Origen. It was the battle of the top 2 from the regular season, and both teams were keen to get off to a good start. It was G2 who got off the blocks first, as Mickey just survived so Caps could TP in for first blood. G2 were on a roll, but a valiant triple kill by Alphari ensured that Origen stayed in the game.
He gets the double, almost, gets the triple, the heroes, they just, no way has Alphari just turned that one around, it was all G2!
And it looked like Origen might complete that comeback, as Nukeduck deleted G2's bot lane.
Nukeduck gets one more! A consolation kill on the back as Perk's now caught up, taunted up, the shutdown comes out, and Origen have fought back.
But Origen were stopped dead in their tracks when all-pro jungler Jankos stole the Elder Drake on his own. Meanwhile, his teammates were thinking with portals, and Realm warped into Origen's base to win Game 1.
G2, they steal it away, they can do it, and G2 take the Nexus!
After such a heartbreaking loss, it was crucial that Origen stayed strong mentally ahead of Game 2. Neither team would back down, and G2 answered Origen's dive onto Wonder with a Caps teleport, but Alphari gave his team the edge with a fadeaway onto Jankos. Origen had learned their lesson and didn't allow Jankos to even attempt the Baron steal, though that left Wonder untouched with a license to kill.
Wonder jumping onto the backline, that's 2 kills to him, just needs the final swipe with the blade.
Wonder was extremely fed, and Origen were helpless as he picked up a quadra kill for the win. Better nerf Aurelia. It was do or die time for Origen, and they stuck to their guns, changing only 1 pick from their previous draft. G2 were understandably feeling confident, and it showed when Jankos dove into Origen's base for a double kill before the 20-minute mark. But Origen fans finally had a reason to get excited, as Patrick began to get rolling and protected Origen's base.
Patrick looking for the resets, the red buff slow, the zap, get excited people!
Origen secured the Baron, but that wasn't enough as G2 flew straight back to their Nexus and booked their place in the final.
And Caps and G2 will silence anyone that doubted them, and they will fight for the title in Rotterdam.
I'm pretty happy with how we played today. I think we played really well, but this is like far from what we want to show.
With that, Fnatic and Origen will reignite their rivalry, deciding who faces G2 to be crowned the first ever LEC champions. You can witness history being made in person, as tickets are still available at eu.lollysports.com/Rotterdam. And if not, tune in to watch.lollysports.com to earn those in-game rewards in the process. The spring split concludes next weekend, starting with Fnatic vs Origen on Saturday, April 13th at 5 p.m. CEST. Both games are going to be explosive, and you don't want to miss it.